are getting close to Election Day. As we continue with Local Decision 2024, I'm Eric Nelson. Thanks for tuning us in and joining us here at North Metro TV. Chris Ford, running for City Council in Blaine, Ward 1. Chris, we appreciate you stopping by. And first and foremost, tell our viewers about yourself and why you're running for this position.
Well, thanks, Eric, and hello out there to the viewers. I'm running because I've always given back to my community. The community is important to me. I love Blaine, Minnesota. I've been here for about 5 years, but I came up from Rochester, Minnesota, where I was a captain on the fire department for 14 years and 21 and a half years in the fire service down there in Rochester. And it taught me a lot of leadership skills and helping people. But like I mentioned earlier, I've always given back to my community. I was on the Olmsted County Planning Advisory Commission down there, which gave me some experience with land use permits and things like that. And right now, my professional career is I'm a paraeducator at Blaine High School, and it just is very fulfilling to me because I'm able to give back to the students there. So like I mentioned earlier, it's just about me giving back to the community.
Yeah, so fire captain, I know you've been a football coach. As you said, you're at Blaine High as a para. Sometimes those can be stressful situations. Does that prepare you for being on the council?
You know, I think so. The firefighter aspect surely does prepare me for that. You know, we're under some stressful situations. We just had yesterday 9/11 and Never Forget, which, you know, really brings back a lot of memories and reminds me of how unpredictable the job can be and how to think under pressure and how it's ever changing, and all those skills I hope to bring to the table also, because it just being in the fire service, like I said, every incident is different, and you just makes you think on your feet.
You've been on the city's park board before. What'd you learn in those years?
You know, that's a really fun position, being on the park board. There again, you know, networking, collaboration, teamwork, and just having some kind of leadership, being an advocate for the whole city of Blaine as we look at, you know, our parks and trails in Blaine. And I just think I'm trying to take a holistic approach and be an advocate for everyone in Blaine so that we all can be and live in the great community that it is and be safe and thrive.
Yeah, and Blaine it's exploding. I mean, the population, you know, over 72,000 as of this taping, and a lot of good things going on in Blaine. So what do you like about what the city has to offer at this point in time?
You know, everything really. I think we just have a lot of everything that what people need with restaurants, and our parks are excellent with, you know, pickleball is really taken off, basketball courts, baseball fields. We have some excellent schools in the area, which is very important to people that are coming to Blaine. The Highway 65 project has been approved and getting ready to take off. That's fantastic. The 105th Street development is going to be a wonderful thing that is going to serve all of the community again. And, you know, as far as like for the Ward 1 residents, you know, I'm really excited about this frontage road that's going to come in over from 99th and go all the way down to 109th. I think it's going to open up some really great opportunities for some more businesses to come over on the west side of 65, and I'm also excited about that.
When you talk about Minnesota State Highway 65, when it is finally fixed and up to speed, will Blaine literally thrive on 65? Because it has really been an eyesore for the city, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it has been an eyesore for the city. I think that you know, everywhere you go, this probably was the #1 issue. Highway 65 is a mess, and but I think the engineers and planners, you know, with the teamwork and collaboration they brought together with the plan, I think it's going to be a wonderful plan. The bike paths and everything, and to get over from east to west, and I think it's going to be thriving for sure. I'm looking forward to it.
And 65 is almost like an invisible wall now, but when it's fixed and the upgrades are in place, will that be like a bridge for both sides of the city, east and west?
I think it will be, and I think it's going to bring it together along with that 105th Street development. There's so much stuff that's going over there that I think is just going to really be a central place, which I believe is the core reason behind 65 and the 105th Street development. You know, we don't have a core in Blaine, and this is going to give us a core where everyone can come together and enjoy our great city.
Yeah, so Blaine could get that downtown with an entertainment district.
I think it's going to happen.
Yeah. How excited are you? I mean, minor league baseball stadium that could be used for skating or hockey or concerts or maybe a Christmas light show similar to Bentleyville up in Duluth, housing, shops, restaurants, hotels, which Blaine needs. I mean, if this actually happens, is it a game changer for Blaine?
Absolutely, without a doubt, it's a game changer. The two hotels is going to take some of the stress off of Highway 65 because people are going to be able to stay in our community. They're not going to be going to Coon Rapids or Maple Grove or whatever. They're going to stay right here. We're going to have things for them to do in that area that they're going to be able to visit. And not only to mention, it's in the plans, but tentative, but there's going to be a water park over there also. That's going to be open up to the public in one of the hotels. So along with the baseball team, I mean, it's just all kind of excitement coming to Blaine, and I am very excited about it.
And a water park, I know there was one in Brooklyn Park, but it shut down many years ago. I think the closest one of, on a scale of a scope of being a large water park would be the Mall of America. So that would fill another need in the North Metro, wouldn't it?
It would. And look out, everybody, because Blaine is coming, man. We're doing it.
All right, let's talk about some of the stuff related to the 15 to 17% levy increase. I know those are numbers you probably don't want to deal with, but last year the city had a double-digit tax levy increase. Is this necessary? Is it like taking your medicine, so to speak?
I haven't really looked at the budget. I did hear there was a 17% levy increase. And we don't know if the taxes are going to go up 17%. That's what the levy is. But I hope it doesn't extend out like that. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see, what's going to happen with the levy.
Do you have budget priorities if you get elected to the council?
Without a doubt, I do have budget priorities. I guess my budget priorities are that I don't like to see levies and taxes in the double digits. I like to keep them below that. I also understand, though, as a municipality, we have to, we offer a lot of services, and with those services, it comes a cost, and we have to be able to offer those services in our community, and the only way that we generate revenue is through taxes. But I'm hoping also that, with this 105th Street development that's coming through, that we can get a good tax base with people staying in our community and buying goods and services, and hopefully home values and stuff will go up, and that'll be a thing of the past.
Where's the balance or the sweet spot for Blaine regarding growth? It's happening and it will continue. That's a good sign for the city because people then want to be there, right? Mm-hmm. So, but how do you find, that middle ground where you can keep some of that charm that Blaine had, with open areas, parks, fields, et cetera, and allow the development?
I think that's, in the comprehensive plan, and I think that so much of that is regulated by the state, where we have to have so many green spaces, so many wetlands and all of those things. So for, the citizens that are concerned about that, we're going to have plenty of wetlands, green spaces, parks, and things like that for people to go to. I know as fast as it's growing, it's sometimes hard to see that balance. But I think the city is very aware that it is, they still want that, and I want that, to be able to keep those green spaces and grow that infrastructure. But how we grow that infrastructure is something we have to pay really close attention to. One of my priorities is to study the comprehensive plan a lot better to make sure that we are doing the right things and having smart growth. Blaine
has become this sports hub with 3M Open, PGA, and then Target USA Cup Youth Soccer and all the tournaments that we see, and eventually minor league baseball. Is that a good thing for Blaine's signature to be, hey, we're a sports hub?
Oh, man, yeah, I really think so. I mean, coming from Rochester, it was like the Med City, and hopefully one of these days we'll get Blaine and it'll be the sports city or something. I just think, like the 3M, I went to that event this year,
Yeah.
fabulous,
Yeah.
fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I loved it. The soccer open, that was another fabulous event, and now we're getting this baseball team. I mean, this is hands down really something great for Blaine.
The National Sports Center is basically state-run, but it's within the borders of Blaine. And they need facility upgrades if you're going to keep up with other cities around the nation that may want to get that event someday. Are you on board with making sure that they're able to do what they need to do so they can thrive?
Yeah, I think it's imperative. I don't exactly know what the state rules are and the city rules are as it pertains to the National Sports Center. But I do believe that it's part of us, it's Blaine, it's here, and I do understand also that they need some repairs. And I think I'm willing to work with the state and the National Sports Center to make sure it gets the necessary upgrades that it needs to keep it thriving, because it is very important to our economy, and if it goes down, it won't be good for our economy. So I'm very interested in making sure that it thrives.
And do you feel the same way about Minnesota United, Major League Soccer? I mean, they play their games in St. Paul, their headquarters are Golden Valley, but they practice. They come to work in Blaine at the NSC. So you probably want to keep them happy too, don't you?
You really do want to keep them happy. And you know what? Hats off to Blaine. I mean, really, they could probably go and practice anywhere, but they come here, and that's just a testament to what a great facility that is, and we just need to keep it that way and work with the people to make sure that the United are here and all the families and even the Blaine residents have the opportunity to enjoy the facility.
So what do you like to do in the city in your free time?
Well, right now I don't have any free time. But in my free time, I'm kind of a foodie. I like to go out to eat at the various restaurants. I love photography, taking pictures, and of course I love sports and high school sports, and going to the Blaine High School games, and whether it's football or basketball or whatnot, and supporting the students that I see every day in their activities. Lacrosse or girls, volleyball, whatever it is, I just like supporting the students.
Have you embraced the grind of running for the council? Because it's not all easy, as you know. I mean, you got to get the signs up. There's door knocking involved in most cases. But are you getting into that?
I have had a really great experience. I was a little nervous at first, but I want to tell you, I probably knocked on 7,000 doors this summer. And I mean, everyone has been nice, welcoming. There's, been very few issues, but for the most part, everyone really loves this community, and they've accepted me, and it's been just a wonderful experience, seriously.
All right, so if you get on the council, are there a couple of things you want to focus on that you want to accomplish?
Yeah, I think one of the things I want to do is just to make sure that we're all working as a team, collaborating together, showing great leadership skills out there, to our constituents and stuff. I think that's number one, is important to me. The second thing is important is just to make sure we're looking at the comprehensive plan and making sure that we're going in the right way. And of course, since I'm a retired firefighter, public safety is very, very important to me. I think we need to make sure that our police officers and firefighters are equipped and have everything they need, from cars to training to equipment and whatnot. That's such an important aspect to a community, because the community members have to feel safe, and we have to have our community members safe. And those are some of my issues that I'm going to be moving forward and looking at closely.
So 9/11 was just the other day. When you experienced that now 23 years later, what, from a firefighter's perspective, what do you think? I mean, I feel like we've almost forgotten a little bit, but where do you land on all that?
I land where, You know, every September 11th is an emotional time for me, and it makes me remember just how unpredictable the job can be. And I just thank the great men and women out there that are out there protecting our cities every day, 24/7, making that call to duty and making it home every evening or every morning. So it can be a very taxing job, and I sure appreciate what they've been doing, and because it's hard. It's a hard job.
Here's your chance to tell the viewers why they should vote for you.
Everyone, I'm a retired fire captain from Rochester, Minnesota. I have some leadership skills that I learned from firefighting and private industry from Super Value. Had some of the wonderful training ever from both entities. I'm a union officer. I work for the International Association of Firefighters, so I have negotiation skills, mediation skills. I know how to collaborate with people, and that's what I do when I work for the International Association of Firefighters. We have over 120 modules where we go around and we teach union firefighters on how to negotiate, how to look at municipal financial analysis and all of those things. So I have some nonprofit experience, I have private industry experience, and I have government experience. I have all the above, and I'm definitely the right choice because I'm going to work hard for you and give you everything that I have. And that's why I'm here. I just want to take these experiences that I've had over my years, bring them to the table, and if they stick with my other council members, let's use them. If they don't stick, let's move on and do what's great for the city.
Chris, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks for having me, Eric. I appreciate it.
All right, he's Chris Ford, running for Blaine City Council, Ward 1. This is Local Decision 2024.